Good morning 5A and 5B. Today is Sunday the 3rd of May 2020. Happy May Day. Our lesson today is non-fiction. So we've done quite a lot of work on non-fiction. So we're continuing that work right now. And today's lesson is centered on a real life figure, a girl called Laura Decker, and we're going to turn the camera around now so you can see some information. Okay, all okay? So, non-fiction reading, Laura Decker. So a nod to you, Laura, in 5B. So we know Laura is her first name, Decker is her last name. A heroine for our times. Now, heroine is the female version of hero. So, when we've done some work on superheroes, and when we think about them, Spider-Man, Superman, or my personal favorite, Batman, the word is man. But what about if the superhero were a lady? In the case of Wonder Woman, or in the case of Black Widow, she would be a heroine. So we've got here a real life heroine, okay, for our times. Laura Decker, a heroine for our times. Okay, your instructions. We will read the passage together and then you will answer the following questions. Okay, there's quite some complex and complicated vocabulary in here, so I'm going to help you with it. First section we have is sailing solo. So sailing on the water in a boat, so we know this is about water and boats. Solo, on your own, or in this case on her own. Okay, it says Laura Decker, the youngest sailor to circumnavigate the globe single-handedly. Okay, told you there was some complex language. Circumnavigate, to go around. Okay, if you circumnavigate something, you go around it. You could circumnavigate the classroom, which means you walk around it. And you know who I'm talking to. The globe, the world, single-handedly, by herself, single-handedly, only her two hands. She arrived at the Caribbean island of San Martin. So I would challenge you to have a look in an atlas, find out where San now can be said two ways, San Martin, which is the actual name, or Saint Martin, if you want to put it into English. Let's put it into English, Saint Martin on the 21st of January 2012. She survived weeks at sea with just a few cockroaches, bugs, large bugs, for company, and did her homework too. Nod to some of you who don't do your homework. She sailed around the world and did her homework. She said, I became good friends with my boat. I learned a lot about myself. So she said, notice the quotation marks, the words that she actually spoke. We've done some work on this. I became good friends with my boat. I learned a lot about myself. So the next subheading we have, and you can see I've put them in bold and underlined them. She was born to sail. So her pronoun, so we're relating it back to Laura again. Her Dutch, so they were from Holland, parents were living on a yacht in a port in New Zealand. So a yacht, a small boat, in New Zealand when Laura was born. And she was 6 when she first sailed solo. Just 6 years old when she first sailed solo. So remember, solo, by herself. At 8, she decided her dream was to sail around the world. And aged just 13, Laura sailed solo from the Netherlands, Holland, to England and back. A trip her father hoped would cure her wanderlust. Okay, so again, we've got inverted commas, quotation marks, the words that her father actually spoke. Cure her wanderlust. Wanderlust means a desire, really wanting to travel. Here, our next subheading is dangers and discomforts. So, dangers, things that are dangerous, and discomforts, things that are not comfortable. On her round-the-world trip, she took on 6-meter high waves. So she wasn't scared of it. And extreme weather. So very, very bad weather. On one occasion, one time, heading to the Cape of Good Hope in Africa. Again, have a look in your atlas. Her storm jib, a sail used in storms, got jammed. So a particular sail that she used in a storm got jammed. She finally managed to take it down in the early hours of the morning. Another of her sails ripped completely during the voyage. She slept on a damp bed, wet, and lived on rice and pasta, with cookies and pancakes an occasional treat. She dodged to quickly get out of the way of. She dodged near collisions with cargo ships, so much bigger ships carrying goods backwards and forwards across the world. She dodged nearly crashing into them with cargo ships and worried about pirates. Contrary to what you think, not all pirates are Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. There are real pirates today, and they're pretty unpleasant characters. Not in the least squeamish. So squeamish means she didn't go, oh no, I don't like it. This is squeamish. Not in the least squeamish. She had to rescue live flying fish. There are such things as flying fish that had flung themselves into her cabin where she slept. She survived weeks at sea with no company except for the rats and cockroaches that had stowed away in her cabin. So there were rats in there and cockroaches. On top of all of that, she had to do her schoolwork. So her school said yes, she could go as long as she still did her work, which she did. And this is adapted from The Guardian in January 2012. The Guardian is a newspaper. So I took this piece from a past newspaper. So here we go. Comprehension. Your instructions. Write answers to these questions giving evidence from the extract to support each answer. So the answers to these questions are there. And what I want is, I need you to be a bit of a detective. Give me evidence. Why you think that. What does it say in the extract that makes you believe that? So what age was Laura when she first sailed solo? The answer is there. Okay. Number 2, describe what happened to Laura near the Cape of Good Hope. So I challenged you to have a look in your atlas for the Cape of Good Hope. What happened? What dangers did Laura face apart from the sea? We've just spoken about that. 2 particular dangers apart from the sea. So not the sea being rough, 2 other dangers. Let's go up. Can we? Okay. Write a summary sentence for each of the 3 paragraphs giving the key fact. So I told you, I've underlined them and put them in bold, each of the paragraphs. They are like subheadings and they each have a key fact in there. Okay, work with a member of your family to write answers to these questions. If you were writing about Laura Decker's life, where would you get information from? Where did I get my information from? I told you. So that's one suggestion. You may have another. Write a different title for the article and suggest different subheadings. So the 3 subheadings that I've put in bold and underlined where you have a key fact, suggest different one and give it a different title. What else do you think it might be? Okay. Answer the following questions with answers that are true for you. What sporting success has your country, city or school achieved? So think about that one. 2, how would you try to persuade adults to let you do something new and difficult, such as sail a dinghy on your own? Dinghy is a very, very small boat, normally inflatable. So discussion time. So this is where I need you to speak in English. Discuss the following question with a member of your family. Is it okay for a person under 18 to travel alone at sea for such a long time? Do you agree or disagree? Give your reasons. So something for you to talk to your family about. Is it okay for a person under 18 to travel alone at sea for such a long time? You might decide it was okay for Laura because Laura was an experienced sailor and had been from the age of 6. So maybe it was okay for her. Maybe you think it was reckless, not a good idea at all, too dangerous. You decide. So glossary. Okay, circumnavigate. We covered this, to go around the world. Globe is another word for world. Solo, by yourself. Okay, that's all for today. I will see you tomorrow and have a good day. Thank you.